Right, and coming up next in the race is going to be the Orange County late models going for their first 40-lap event here tonight here at Orange County Speedway. Be right back in just a moment. Okay, fans, the Orange County Speedway late models are now on the racetrack. And on the pole for this first 40-lap event is the number 01 car, Camden Gully. Starting in the second spot, 47 car, Chase James. Starting third on the inside of row number 2, car 50 car, that is Ross Boo Boo Dalton. And starting on outside of row number 2,
Okay, getting ready to go green flag racing as the green Ford Pace truck will be heading into the pits. I guess they're going to do one go this time. Ashton Lyles gives them the one to go as they come by the start finish line. This will be the first of the 2 4-lap races for the late models. Chase James, good qualifying run. The young guy from Hickory, North Carolina, making his first appearance here.
Yeah, Chase James in the GXS car number 47 got a good starting position. He started on the inside, looked like somebody chose, and we can fix to go green flag racing.
Here we go. Get ready to go green flag as they come by the start finish. Really gets a big jump on the car. Jaden Change, and then here comes Chase Ellis, who is our rookie campaigner here at Orange County Speedway. Going to take the second spot.
Coming down the start finish line, the first lap's going to be led by Camden Gully. Gully from Durham, North Carolina. The indication car 01 has opened up already a good lead, about 4 or 5 car lengths over the 07 car of Chase Ellis to the cross-start finish line. 2 laps in, 38 more laps to go.
Chase James is the third place car right now. Boo Dalton will be the fourth place car. And right behind him, the car of Daniel Buchanan is going to be Mike Bledsoe. And I think that's Mike Russo.
Come down the start finish line one more time, finish up lap number 4. It looks like Camden Gully is pulling even further away from the 07 car of Chase Ellis. Looks like Chase James is trying to stay with him. Looking on the inside of Daniel Buchanan for just a moment was the 4 car of Carter Russo, but we already got one going behind the wall. That's a surprise that the 50 car of Ross Boo Dalton.
Ross Boo Dalton, who has been on many times in here at County Speedway, at the end of lap number 5 coming into the pit. They're looking over the car right now. They're looking on the left side of the car, looking on the right side. Not sure if it's a motor problem or what it is, but they are looking over the car right now. Hopefully, it's not a Honda problem, and he can at least come back. Now they are taking the hood off the car, and we'll see what they come up with. I guess come back for that second 40 lap later on the night.
Tough break for Boo Dalton. He was one of the favorites tonight coming in. And as he goes out, Camden Gully is kind of setting a good pace. He's about 6-7 cars ahead of the 07 of Chase Ellis.
I want to say hello to those of you watching on Facebook. Fun times here at the Orange County Speedway. Of course, Dennis and Rob up in the tower, bringing you all the fun here of the first late model twin event of the night, led by Camden Gully. Gully is, in fact, the race leader at the moment in that blue and white Infinity Communications ride. Different colors we've seen him in previous years here on Pit Road TV, but you know what? Good to see him out front in that Ford Mustang as this race still in the early going. I want to say hi again to those of you on social media. If you are tuned in, tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, as we'd love to see it. We would love to see who you were cheering for that matter. And for that matter, let's look at YouTube. I mean, YouTube is even on the love. Twitch is on the love. Start a conversation. Heck, if you're on Twitch, rate us. Like, bring your buddies in. Let's rate us while we're live. We're going to go live for this entire full late model stock car feature. So this is the first of 2 twins here in Orange County. Now, tonight's major event is the Cheerwine 100. Of course, you can pick up Cheerwine at your local cookout at any time of the day, pretty much, whenever they are open. But ultimately, Cheerwine's great. Pick it up at your local grocer. They've got Cheerwine Zero, the Diet Cheerwine, and just the high test, if you will, the original. We're big fans of it for sure. But the Cheerwine 100 for the Carolina Pro Late Models is the featured event here tonight as race number 4 on the card. We get a full night, including a second late model twin, the Chargers, Mod 4s, Pure Stocks, of course, the Carolina Crate Modified Series as well, as Camden Gully continues to run away with this one. It is a pretty sizable lead that he has got, but there's great racing elsewhere throughout the field as well as he starts to come up on the tail of this running order. In fact, a little bit further back there, you see Chase James in the 47. He is in third, trying to make a run. We're going to toss it back to Dennis and company up at the top. Oh, excuse me, up in the tower, and they'll bring you through the rest of this late model feature.
Closed in. Mike Bledsoe in the 15 car will be your 4th place competitor, and he's being followed by Daniel Buchanan. And Dennis, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is Buchanan's first race here at Orange County. He's a regular over at Wake County Speedway.
Buchanan came here a couple of years ago to some type of a series. I forgot what it was that was racing one night, and I think he won one of those races. You know, I talked to him last night, and he's looking forward to coming back here to Orange County Speedway.
Doing a great job for his first time in the late model here, staying right with Mike Bledsoe has ran a bunch of races here in the late model, and Daniel Buchanan staying right with him. All the cars right now still in the lead lap, but right now the number 21 car, Gerald Benton, getting ready to go a lap down as Camden Gully comes around him. Camden Gully still holds about a 15 car length lead over the Chase Ellis car.
Okay, since we're about halfway done and everything's kind of settled down, let's take a station break at WKRX and be right back to Orange County Speedway in just a moment. Okay, we got the race still going on Pit Road TV, and I'll let Rob have a break. And as we are looking at Camden Gully, as he's going down the backstretch, he's probably opened up now to at least a 10, 12 car length lead over Chase Ellis. But the 47 car, Chase James is staying right with Chase Ellis. Can't seem to make the move to get that second spot away from him, but those two are putting on a good show right now for that second spot. Looks like Ellis is getting a little bit high going into turn number 2, but Chase James seems like he just can't make that thing stick so he can get around him. Coming in the 4th spot is the 15 car, Blake Bledsoe. And in the 5th spot is Daniel Buncannon, also in the number 50 car. Then you got 2 4s, Carter Russo, and car number 4 is 6, and then the Hayden Swank, and the other 4 is right now in the 7th spot. Camden Gully pulling away from Chase Ellis, so they go down the backstretch, and now you see Chase James now is taking that second spot away from the 07 car of Chase Ellis. So now we're going to see if Chase James has anything at all he can do to catch up with this 01 car of Camden Gully. Lap starting to wind down is the 01 car at Camden Gully, cross start finish line. We got 27 laps in the books, only 13 more laps to go here at Orange County Speedway.
As you heard Dennis say, 13 laps to go, and this has been a pretty good fight back here for second. Chase James and Chase Ellis behind there. That man, Camden Gully. And there's a fight further back as well. There's Daniel Buncannon in the 50 trying to make his way forward. Certainly one to keep an eye on is Buncannon anytime he shows up in this region. But well, again, if you're watching on social, tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Carolyn Hudson is cheering for Bobby Dale Earnhardt. I didn't even know he was racing here as Buncannon goes around over in turn number 4. I am sure we will have a look at it here from our Pit Road TV crew. They'll be able to get things sorted out. So Buncannon gets rolling. Tough break for him. He is going to have to go to the tail of the field. We'll take a look and see what happened. Oh, whoop, whoop. Well, that was already in action at that point. Here they are going down the backstretch. Oh, just lost it. Just lost the nose, and around it went up into the 15 of Bledsoe. Hate to see that for Daniel Buncannon, but that is going to slow us now with 11 laps to go in this full late model twin. Again, we're giving you the full first twin. There's a full program tonight, part of the Cheerwine Summer Shakeup 100, featuring the Carolina Pro Late Model Series here at Orange County Speedway. So yeah, definitely want to say hi to Carolyn, and those of you watching on YouTube, chime in. I know you're there. Like, say something. I know your app works. At least I thought your app worked. So say something. Facebook's saying something. Carolyn did anyway. Is everybody getting sorted out? Of course, our Twitch channel also doing the same thing. So you guys can give us a shout and let us know kind of what's going on in your world. So Twitch is off and rolling as well. Good to see Twitch. Looks really good on Twitch. I'm not going to lie. It looks very good on Twitch. We're ready to go back racing. We're going to toss it back up to Dennis and Rob, and they're going to bring you through, hopefully, the conclusion of this event. Remember, you can watch this entire event live when they address the bottom of your frame, pitroad.tv.
Place, it looked like on that restart, Carter Russo got all in the back end of that 47 car of Chase James, but nothing bad happened, so they're still going straight. They go into turn number 1. 30 laps in this 40-lap race, only 10 more laps to go.
All right, and we go to these final 10 laps. Once again, Camden Gully gets a great battle for second place there, side by side with Chase James and the 47 and the 07 of Chase Ellis. Battle the chases, and then right behind him, Carter Russo, and that number 4 passed the car of Mike Bledsoe on that restart. So he's up into the 4th place now. And really, the top 6 cars in the race right now are pretty much first 7 cars actually are running right together as they come down the backstretch. They'll come down this time with 7 laps to go.
There's 7 laps to go, and you're looking at a good battle for second place. Looks like Chase Ellis now is trying to take that second space away from him, and he does. And now he's got sideways. He's losing. He goes around in turn number 2. Chase Ellis goes around, and the caution flag is going to wave once again here at Orange County Speedway.
All right, Chase Ellis, just a minor spin. Shouldn't take him too long to get straightened back out. And he's going to come turn around and get situated back in. He'll go to the edge of the pack. Chase Ellis got a little crossed up there in turns 1 and 2 and tried his best to hold the car in line, but just couldn't quite do it. Chase.
And you saw it there, the spin over in turns 1 and 2. Chase Ellis, that's not, I mean, that's 2 now we've had incidents with, folks, and you really hate to see that, but guess what? Sometimes that's racing for you. Good tight battle for the second spot with Chase James. Let's take a look at it. Well, thought we were going to take a look at it there. So we'll take a look at this replay. See what happened with Chase James and Chase Ellis here. Just all by himself. Overcooked into turn number 1. Really good job not to wad that thing up. That could have been very, very bad very, very quickly. So certainly tough break for him, but nonetheless he was able to get the car righted. And that Camaro will live to race another day as the field begins to double up on the racetrack. So we're going to go back green. We'll toss you back to Rob and Dennis up top for hopefully the conclusion of this first late model twin.
Turn, in fact, he almost clipped the wall 2 or 3 times, so he's having a learning experience. Here we go back to green.
All right, on the break, it's going to be Camden Gully once again. And Carter Russo gets right in behind the 0-1 car. He got a great restart, and he's going to battle for second place right now with Chase James. There's 2 cars battling side by side. But now Chase James gets ahead a little bit. They'll come down this time to complete lap number 34. So a good side-by-side battle between Chase James and Carter Russo, with Mike Bledsoe running 4th, and Daniel Von Cannon has already got back to 5th place.
And go down the back stretch. A big battle for the second place between Chase James and Carter Russo. Right now, James is going to take that second spot away. Russo on the outside, James on the inside. For Camden Gully, he's loving seeing that as he's going down the back stretch saying bye-bye, guys.
All right, 5 laps to go. And Dennis will be going down to the start-finish line here in just a second.
Test one. Camden Gully going to be going into turn number 3, like he's going to be taking a victory here at Orange County Speedway in the first 40-lap event here. With 2 more laps to go. Gully in first, Chase James in the second spot. Then you got Carter Russo, car number 4, in the 3rd spot. Blake Bledsoe, car number 15, running 4th, and Daniel Von Cannon has made a good return as he's now in the 5th spot. White flag being waved by our flagman here at Orange County Speedway. And we're going to see the checker to come around this time. Checker flag in the air, and Camden Gully is going to be your winner. Camden Gully, the 0-1 Infinity Communications 0-1 is going to be your winner in the first 40-lap twin here at Orange County Speedway. Big win for Camden Gully. We'll be going down to the Racing Electronics Victory Lane to talk to Camden Gully in just a moment. Again, we appreciate all the fans being here for All Tech Night at the races. Appreciate All Tech being our sponsor here tonight. We're going to have a happy victory lane, I'm sure.
So the Polish victory lap for Camden Gully takes that Infinity Communications forward to victory lane here at the Orange County Speedway. Dennis making his way down trackside. And folks, this is going to be the end of our free preview. So if you like what you see, Dennis getting tagged by Chris Smith. So if you like what you see, head on over to our website, right there on the bottom of the frame.
All right, race fans, give Camden Gully a big hand as he goes into Race Electronics victory lane here at Orange County Speedway.
And there you see him pull in to victory lane. Get a reminder, if you like what you see, we're going to hit the button here after this victory lane interview. Head on over to the address in the bottom of your frame, www.pitrow.tv. That's where you can watch everything here tonight, featuring the Cheerwine 100. Go grab yourself a nice cold Cheerwine. Take this one in here live on Pit Row TV. We'll throw it back to Dennis as they're getting ready to get Camden out of the car, and he will have a word with him down here in victory lane.
All right, we're waiting on Camden Gully to get out of his race car. Camden Gully in a familiar place. On a roll here at Orange County Speedway. And here he is, our winner, Camden Gully. Give him a big hand, race fans. And Camden, that was quite a ride. Looked like when you just took off, you took off. And when they got bound for second place, I could see your daddy grinning. I know you probably wanted to, too.
Oh, yeah, that car was on rails there. I can't thank the guys at the shop enough for hooking that thing up. JD, Josh, Randy, Wayne, Jonathan, my uncle, you know, all the work those guys do in setting up that car. I'd also like to thank Alltech for putting this race on and sponsoring this race. But, yeah, that was one of the best cars I've had in a long time.
Okay, now, I know you got what you call that dreaded invert going to be coming up next, because you're going to have to be going into traffic. So as you think about that, will you be making any changes to your race car or not?
I don't think so. I think it was pretty good right there in the first race. I think we have to start 6 anyways because we won 2 in a row.
No, you're going to draw. You're going to draw. You're going to draw right now. Yeah. Okay, we're going to draw right now.
Yeah. Pull a piece of paper out. Pull a piece of paper?
Just a piece of paper.
Okay, see what he drew. A Terry Deal or a race director, pull it out. Okay. Okay, he won. Okay. The kind of interesting thing, he's won 2 in a row. Track rule, he got to start 6, but he redrew number 5. I don't know how they're going to figure that out, but they can do it on their own. They'll do it. He said he's going to redraw. All right, now, you've been around this racetrack now for several years. The patch job. What do you think about that?
I think it brought back a little bit of grip to the racetrack for sure. We ran about, I don't know, a tenth and a half quicker in qualifying there. So I definitely think it made the track a lot smoother, which I think translates to, you know, making a quicker lap time.
Okay. Hey, enjoy your win. I know you got a little bit of work to do.
Also, I'd like to thank Infinity Communications, J&H Glass, Chandler's Towing, David West, Chandler's Towing, Carolina Repo, Shooters. I think that's about it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm glad you reminded me of that. Congratulations.
And Talbot Trucking. Kelly, wherever you're at, thank you.
All right, Camden Gully down here at Victory Lane for the first night here of our Twin 40s. We're going to get Chase James over here. And Chase, I don't know if you've been here in Orange County before. If you have, it's been a while. Congratulations on finishing second.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a little while since we've been in a late model stock, so it felt good to come out here and run pretty decent. We got a second race. We can go back here and adjust on it a little bit, but I got to thank Stephen Dunn, GXS Wraps, for cutting me some graphics, making this thing look good. Butler Bill Professional Seats for holding me in there and keeping me comfortable. Apex for putting on the show tonight for us, and hopefully we can tune this thing up a little bit, be better for the second one. You know, it's good to finish up front, but sometimes it sucks being a bridesmaid. All
right, Chase James, he's got a little work to do, but doesn't seem to be too unhappy about finishing second. Now we're going to go down here and find Carter Russo. And Carter Russo, well, first of all, let me congratulate you on finishing third. Let me congratulate you on your haircut, because if you hadn't been sitting inside your car, Paul would recognize you. But this is a whole lot better than what happened the first race out here. But let's just forget about that. Let's talk about third place.
Oh, yeah, it's 10 times better. It's still not completely right, but, you know, we still got to work on a little bit. went to the back for passing points. You know, put us behind that first race, trying to get what we can. You know, trying to drive the wheels off this thing.
Got any sponsors, one thing?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Volt Doctors, Price Mobile Homes, Perry Landscaping, Hutchins Landscaping, Roxborough Tent, Mike and Thomas. Everybody helps on this thing, man. Ain't many of them, but the few we got, Zach, Daniel, all them guys, man. Couldn't do it without them.
Okay, Terry Dale's got something he wants you to draw. You got to draw a number for you where you're going to start the second 40.
Well, there you have it, the draw. It's a 3 for Carter Russo, about where he ended up in this one, so that's certainly a good thing. Folks, that's going to do it for our free preview here on social media. If you like what you see, guess what? Head on over to the address on the bottom of your frame, www.pitrow.tv. That's where you can watch everything here at the Orange County Speedway. Going to be a good one. The Cheerwine 100 for the Carolina Pro Late Models is 2 races from now, plus the crate mods and more. Don't miss it. We'll see you on the flip side at www.pitrow.tv. Hey, folks, make sure you grab yourself a Cheerwine. If you haven't grabbed yourself a Cheerwine yet, you might want to. We've got plenty of cool stuff coming to you from Cheerwine, sponsors of tonight's Cheerwine 100 here at the Orange County Speedway as part of tonight's All-Tech Night at the races. Of course, Cheerwine, you can buy at your local cookout. When you leave here, I guarantee you there is a cookout in every direction just about. So stop and grab yourself something to eat as well as an ice-cold Cheerwine. And if you got a Cheerwine with you, hang tight, folks. You might want to get one if you don't have one already. We've got some cool stuff to give away courtesy of Cheerwine. And I'm not going to exactly tell you what, but I'm just going to tell you you might want to get a Cheerwine. That's all I'm going to tell you. Get a Cheerwine. That's all. So Dennis and Rob will make their way back up the tower here. We are about ready to go for the next round of racing, including, yes, the Chargers. They will be on track for 30 laps before the Cheerwine 100 for the Carolina Pro Late Model Series. Don't want to miss that one. It's going to be a dandy. Racing is always good here at the Carolina Pros at Orange County Speedway. So if you like what you saw just then, that late model race was good. The CPLMS race should be just as good, if not better. But run the refreshment area. Grab yourself an ice-cold Cheerwine or 3. I promise you, you're not going to regret it. A, because they're good. B, it might come in handy a little bit later. That is all, guys.
All right, that's Wade Brown on the flag stand. He is the owner of Choice Automotive, Wade Brown. And he's going to be dropping the green flag to the Orange County folks. They can see Wade on the flag stand. Choice Automotive has been our sponsor for the Chargers now for several years. How about y'all giving Wade Brown a big hand? Wade, turn around and wave to everybody so they know who you are. Y'all give Wade Brown a big hand. It's Choice Automotives. You have a car, truck, need repair. Remember, Choice Automotive in Creedmoor, North Carolina, and they'll take care of your automotive needs. Okay. Choice Automotive Chargers on the racetrack. and following our pace truck around. But Orange County Speedway people, pit road people watching tonight, appreciate all of you watching on TV. Appreciate all the fans in the stands as well. Next race here at Orange County Speedway is going to be July the 22nd. Hope you make your plans to be back here at Orange County Speedway, July 22nd. Choice Automotive Chargers on the racetrack with Trip Evans in the car number 8. S&S Towing, car number 8. On the pole, followed by John Whaley in the car number 52. Lane Woods in car number 92 will be starting third. Rusty Denny be on the outside of row number 2. And then starting on the third row will be Tommy Reno in the car number 83, along with the car number 16, driven by Jeb Redmond. Got 6 Choice Automotive Chargers in the house tonight here at Orange County Speedway. Normally these guys are one of the better races of the evening. Choice Automotive Chargers. Choice Automotive been a long-time sponsor right here at Orange County Speedway. That's Wade Brown on the flag stands. He's going to be dropping the green flag or waving the green flag. Those the guys be coming back around. Just a moment. Appreciate having Choice Automotive back with us this year at Orange County Speedway as a sponsor of our Charger division. And again, if you have any car or truck, have any kind of problems at all, remember Choice Automotive in Creedmoor, North Carolina. They'll take care of your automotive needs. And while you're there, make sure you tell Wade Brown and his fine staff thank you for being a sponsor here at Orange County Speedway. All-Tech Night at the races. This will be race number 3. Choice Automotive Charger. Again, Trip Evans was the fastest in qualifying, but he's chosen to go on the outside, so John Whaley can be on the inside of row number 1. Row number 2 be Lane Woods and Rusty Denny. Taking up row 3 be Tommy Reno and Jeb Redmond. And we got a green flag for Wade Brown at Choice Automotive. We're going racing here with the Choice Automotives, and he's got Trip Evans jumping out in the lead as he come out of turn number 2. John Whaley in car number 52 is in the second spot. And you got Rusty Denny battling on the outside. Looks like he won't take that second spot away from Whaley. He's going to settle in line as the cross-start finish line. 1 lap in the book. Trip Evans is going to be your leader. Evans going down the back stretch, already up and up to about 3-4 car lead over the 52 car John Whaley. Now we got a battle for third, and that's Tommy Reno. Making a move on the 27 car, Rusty Denny. Reno on the inside, Denny on the outside. And Reno looks like he's going to take that position away, but now Rusty Denny's coming back strong on the outside. We're going to join WKRX and my racing buddy Rob Staley right now. Rob, we got a good race going on between Trip Evans in the lead and John Whaley in the second spot.
Okay, right now, Trip Evans, who has been a many-time winner here at Orange County Speedway, is your leader. Alex Whaley will be your second-place driver. And a good run for Tommy Reno in the third position right now, as he will charge up behind Alex Whaley. And then right behind him will be, behind Tommy Reno, will be the number 92 car of Lane Woods. A good 3-car battle for second place. Trip Evans right a little bit away from all the battle for second right now.
And Tommy Reno in that car number 83, if you remember back in the qualifying, his car sounded terrible. Not sure what was wrong with it, but whatever it was, they got that thing straightened out. So he's running a real strong third. And right now, John Whaley's seeing all he wants to see in his rearview mirror as they go out of turn number 2. But Trip Evans in the car number 8, he's saying bye-bye to all of them in the S&S Towing car number 8.
Okay, here we come. Trip Evans will be your first place car. Fletcher Whaley will be your second place car. Tommy Reno will be your third place car. Tommy Reno now battling side by side with the car of Lane Woods, the young fella who has made quite a splash here at Orange County Speedway. Won some pure stock races last year, and now the Charge division, a full-size car. Says he really enjoys running the full-size car here at the racetrack. And those 4 cars right now have pulled away from the fifth place car of Rusty Denny, and then John Redmond will be your 6th place car. So all 6 cars still running very strongly here after 10 laps of this 30-lap Charger feature in the racing here tonight at Orange County Speedway. Coming up after this race, it'll be the feature race of the night, the 100-lap race, the Cheerwine 100 for the Carolina Pro Late Model Series cars. I'll be coming up. And look at the battle for 2nd place right now as Lane Woods will pass Fletcher Whaley for the 2nd position, and Tommy Reno will drop back to 4th. But that battle for 2nd place is a great one right now for the second place now. This first 4 cars have broken away, and it looks like right now that Lane Woods is starting to close in a little bit on the car of Trip Evans. So if we get closer to the halfway mark here at Orange County Speedway, we'll see what happens. But no doubt about it, the eye test shows us that Lane Woods has pulled up on the car of Trip Evans, and it's just a matter of time, looks like, before he gets right there side by side with him as they go around into turn 1 and 2. So this next time around, they'll be coming around for the cross flags from starter Matthew Lyles. Here they come. And right now, Lane Woods has pulled right behind Trip Evans as he gets closer and closer to the first place position. Those 2 cars right now have broken away as we just passed the halfway point. And now Trip Evans taking the challenge from Lane Woods, who goes down the inside. Lane Woods trying to win his first ever Charger race here at Orange County Speedway.
Yeah, Lane Woods putting on a good show. I said Riggs. Lane Woods, in fact, he's caught the leaders that come out of turn number 4. He's on right up his tailpipes to go to cross start finish line. As now Trip Evans know he's got a race with the youngster Lane Woods right behind him. Lane Woods raced last year in the Mod 4. Probably would have won the championship had missed some bad luck. But he's moved up to the Choice Automotive Chargers and doing a good job.
Yeah, he's looking like he belongs in that full-size car. And I talked to his mother this afternoon before we started racing, and she said he was really enjoying running a full-size car. Ran at Hickory Speedway a couple of weeks ago and had a really fine 4th place finish. And right now he's looking for 1st place as he goes down once again on the inside of Trip Evans. And once again going to turn 1. We're 19 laps in of 30.
And we got a surprise as far as I'm concerned. That's that 27 car, Rusty Denny. He's going to drop back to the 6th spot. I figured Rusty would be at least a top 3 at 4 at least, but he's having trouble tonight in that car number 27. Back to the leaders. You can see that Lane Woods is right on the rear bumper of Trip Evans to go down the back stretch. We got 20 laps in. We're going to have 9 laps to go to cross start finish line this time.
All right, once again, Trip Evans is your leader. Lane Woods will be your 2nd place car. Lane right now, as Dennis said, right in the tire tracks of Trip Evans. Trip Evans has won a lot of races here at Orange County Speedway, but he's taking a big challenge right now from the youngsters. Lane Woods goes on the inside, and there'll be about a car length apart as they come across the start-finish line. Right now, Fletcher Whaley is your 3rd place car. Tommy Reno 4th. They've dropped way off the pace. Redmond will be your 5th place car. And again, Rusty Denny, who has been up on the podium, up in the top 3 here recently, not having a good night in that car number 27.
And going into turn number 2, you got Lane Woods now. Lane Woods looking on the inside of Trip Evans once again. Going to turn 3, Lane Woods is there. Can he make a stick? We got a car around right in front of him, and the caution flag is going to come out as Rusty Denny goes around in turn number 4. So something been on the miss of Rusty Denny now for several laps, and whatever it is, must have finally happened.
Yeah, Rusty Denny stopped over in turn 1 and 2, and was stopped just as Lane Woods was about to make his move. Looked like the race went along, that the stronger that Lane Woods' car got in relation to Trip Evans. But now Rusty Denny has got his car refired, and he will rejoin the field, I presume, at the back of the pack. So Trip Evans will be your 1st place car. Lane Woods will be 2nd. We have 7 laps to go right now. Fletcher Whaley making his return tonight to Orange County Speedway, running a very fine 3rd place. Tommy Reno 4th. If Tommy Reno and Redmond can keep a little bit closer tabs on the leader here as we get ready to go. All 6 cars still running, but it looks like maybe that will be the end for Rusty Denny as he'll pull into the pit area there, Dennis.
Yeah, I was watching his car real close as he come by me, and looked like all 4 tires are up. I was thinking maybe he might have had a tire going down, or a tire did go down, make him spin, but looked like all 4 tires was up. So something's gone wrong with that car number 27. I'm sure that they'll be working hard on to have him back for July 22nd, which will be our next race here at Orange County Speedway.
All right, the Green Ford Pace truck will lead them around. I think we'll get the one to go this time around. Once again, Rusty Denny is out of the race tonight as he pulls into the pits over there, so it'll be a tough night. First time I think we've seen Rusty Denny actually not finish a race in this division, so a tough break, tough night for Rusty Denny. All right, we're going to get the one to go this time from Matthew Lyles. Get one to go. Trip Evans taking the outside. It'll be the number 92 car of Lane Woods taking the inside. Tommy Reno will take the inside, and Fletcher Whaley prefers to take the outside from third place, and then the final car of Mike Redmond will be the number 16 car.
Okay, the pace truck speeding up as he goes into turn number 4. He's making that hard right-hand turn, and we're going back racing here at Orange County Speedway.
All right, on the break, going to be Trip Evans once again, and Lane Woods did not get a very good restart, and Fletcher Whaley will now take over second place, and Tommy Reno dives on the inside and takes a look under there for the third position. So Lane Woods, I know he was not looking for that caution, and it's probably the worst thing that happened to him is he'll drop back to third. We'll see if he can get that 92 cranked back up, and whether he can get back around Fletcher Whaley and make a stab at Trip Evans. Trip Evans has led this race all the way through, but right now we'll be in the third spot as they have 5 laps to go.
I'm glad to hear you say Fletcher Whaley, because I think I've been saying John Whaley all night. But I got to make my way back down to pit road and just look to Race Electronics victory lane. So I'm going to step away from pit road in the radio, and we'll be still calling the race as I go down the steps. Trip Evans, still your leader. So he comes down to turn number 3, going into turn number 4. Trip Evans doing a fine job in this race tonight here at Orange County Speedway. All Tech night in the races. Evans going down the back stretch. We only got 2 laps to go. It sees he comes around this time. Evans goes into turn number 1. Lane Woods in the second spot. Fletcher Whaley in third. Tommy Reno in fourth. And then you got Jeb Redmond in the 5th spot. Come around this time, you're going to get the white flag from Matthew Lyles, our flagman here at Orange County Speedway. One more time around for the 8 car. Trip Evans and S&S tow in car number 8. I'm sure no Trip's already got a big smile on his face. He comes out of turn 4, and Trip Evans is going to be the winner tonight of our Choice Automotive Chargers, with Lane Woods finishing second. Fletcher Whaley be finishing third. Tommy Reno in the car number 83 be finishing 4th. And then you got the 16 car of Chris Redmond finishing 5th. Third race of the night's in the books here at the All-Tech night at the races here at Orange County Speedway. Going down to the Race Electronics victory lane. We'll be waiting on our winner, Trip Evans, in the S&S towing car number 8. He'll be coming into the Race Electronics victory lane in just a moment. With me to congratulate him on this victory is going to be the Choice Automotive owner, Wade Brown. And we'll be waiting on Trip to come around. And what a night, what a race so far we've had here at Orange County Speedway. Got a good crowd on hand. Hope everybody make your plans to be back with us. July 22nd, we'll do it all over again. Like to continue to caution people to stay hydrated. Give Trip Evans a big hand as he comes into the Race Electronics victory lane. We're waiting on him to get out of his race car. Getting his gloves off, looks like first. There's one. There's the other one. Now he's working on the Hans device. Won't be long he'll be taking off his helmet and he'll be climbing out of that car. I'm sure he's going to be a rather warm young man. As the temperature of these cars, believe it or not, it's going to be a little bit more than what you're feeling in the grandstands tonight. Tripp got a big smile on his face, fixing to come out of that race car. And race fans, get ready, because here he comes. He's talking to his father from the hospital, Brent Evans. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And here's our winner, Tripp Evans. Tripp Evans. Winner here tonight, Orange County Speedway. Tripp, congratulations.
Thank you. I just want to thank everybody that come out here to help me today. This one was for Dad. You know, he had a heart attack this morning while we were here, and he won't feeling too good. But this one's for him. I know it's a late Father's Day gift, but it's well-deserved. He does nothing but work his butt off for me, and I never thank him enough, but this is for him.
All right, Tripp is a special guy in the victory lane. This is Wade Brown of Choice Automotive. Wade, you got a few words you'd like to say to Tripp?
Absolutely. Congratulations, and we're praying for your daddy, too. So, absolutely. Way to drive that car. Way to drive it. Absolutely. I'm done.
Okay, that's Wade Brown, Choice Automotive. Again, he's been a long-time sponsor of these Chargers. And Tripp, congratulations again. And I know our thoughts and prayers are with your dad, but I know it makes him feel better, makes you feel a whole lot better having a win.
Yes, sir, it does. I just want to thank Altec for putting this race on. You know, without track sponsors like them, we couldn't put shows like this on. And I want to thank God for the opportunity to give me to be able to do this. And like I said, my mom and dad, all our sponsors that help us, First Class Realty, Evans Management, S&S Towing, GHD Home Associates, Prewitt Douglas Homes, Happy Place Farms, Tech Racing, and Thomas Chapel for spotting, just everybody that makes this possible.
Okay, I know you want to find out about your dad, maybe go to him, so we won't keep you long, but congratulations. Hope to see you back at Victory Lane again real soon.
Thank you.
All right, that's Tripp Evans, the winner tonight here at Orange County Speedway and the Choice Automotive Chargers. And he also got congratulated by Wade Brown, the Choice Automotive. And I got the second place man, and Lane Woods. And Lane, you made a big move from the Mod 4 to the Chargers, and it looked for a little while like you might have had something for him, but it kind of went away when that caution flag came out. Thought you had him, but when the caution come out, like it changed the game.
Yeah, I need to work on my shifts more. So we're going to start working on that better so we can be up front.
You got any sponsors you want to thank?
I got to thank Outlaws, Tanner Racing Engines, Life Ring, my mom, my dad, and everybody else that helped out.
How much difference is it running a Charger than it was running a Mod 4 like you did last year?
There's so much more power, and it's more fun, honestly.
More power, more fun.
Yep.
Well, I hope you keep having a lot of fun. Hope to see you back at Orange County Speedway down here at Rest Electronics Victory Lane maybe next time.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's Lane Woods, finished the second tonight. Let me go down here and find Fletcher, Whaley, and Fletcher. You know, Fletcher, these guys, they did the homework on you.
Yeah, they've been good all year. The 8 car's fast, and I think 92 is the best car tonight, but I don't know. It's good, hard racing there. We've been fighting tight since we got unloaded April 6th, and just tight center. Just struggling a little bit, but we're going to get there. We're going to work on it and come back better July 20th.
Okay, you've been around this racetrack a few times. What do you think about the patch job? Do you like it, dislike it? What do you think about it?
I think they did a very good job on the patch job. I ain't seen anything, you know, fresh asphalt tends to sometimes come up here and there, but hadn't had any bad spots in it. So, yeah, everything looked good. Race good. Love this place. Ready to come back and try it again.
Got any sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, first and foremost, thank Altec for sponsoring tonight's event. I would like to thank Cometa Gasket, Landry Performance Springs, Drink Element, Bird Performance, Rankin Race Engines, all the guys back here, and girlfriend, everybody that lends a hand to help me get out here and do this deal. I appreciate it.
Okay, this Fletcher Wiley. He finished his third here tonight in the Choice Automotive Chargers. Be right back to Orange County Speedway in just a moment as the Carolina Pro Late Models will be taking on the track here at Orange County Speedway at America's fastest 3/8 mile. We'll be right back in just a few moments.
Thank you very much, Dennis. As we are getting ready to go now, we're going to line some cars up here in a moment. We told you about something. You might want to have a giveaway. Who's got a Cheerwine? Show of hands. Who's got a Cheerwine in their hand? Bunch of you. Excellent. Who likes free stuff? Okay. Hey, hold your horses just a second here. We're gonna give some stuff away, but I got a process for this. So let me make my way down from the tower, and we're going to go over this. So just hang tight. Get those Cheerwines ready because you're going to need them. Okay. We threw some stuff out a moment ago. Anybody like some more free stuff? Okay. The first person, I got a Cheerwine sticker for a lot of people. All right. You see this? Cheerwine stickers. They're great for everything. And those of you watching on Pit Road TV, we've got numbers from every starter on the back of these stickers. And if you can bring me a Cheerwine, I need 2 people over here. 2 people over here have a Cheerwine that want a sticker. Come down, come right here. Come here and see me with your Cheerwine. You have a Cheerwine? You get that one? So hang on. It's your birthday. Well, hopefully your guy wins. What number did you get? Is it? Yeah, it's 19. There you go. I forgot to put a line under that. We got another Cheerwine. I like your hat, sir. There's your sticker. Who'd you get?
Number 2.
Okay, so here's the thing. Keep those stickers handy, because if your person wins, you get a swag bag in Victory Lane. Then we're going to bring you down, get you a chance to take a photo. So I got a bunch more. Tell you what, let's make our way over here to turn 4. Let's go over to turn 4. I see some happy people. Who in turn 4 has a Cheerwine? Raise it up. I like that. By the way, did you know Cheerwine also has an ale now? Yeah, they do. All right. I got 2 more stickers. First 2 people over here in turn 4 to bring me a Cheerwine. Bring me a Cheerwine. I need a Cheerwine. Who can bring me a Cheerwine over here? Bring me a Cheerwine. Bring me a Cheerwine. You have a Cheerwine in your hands. You need a Cheerwine in your hands. You need a Cheerwine. Anybody over here can bring me a Cheerwine? Bring it down here. Bring it to me. There's a Cheerwine. There you go. Who did you get? You got the 77 in this one. Who else has got? There's another Cheerwine over here. Bring it to me. Bring it to me. All right, we got another Cheerwine. Look at that. Ice cold. Perfect. There you go. You get, that looks like EJ Tomeo, the number 10. All right, so if your driver wins, hold on to that sticker. A, you get to keep the sticker, and B, you get a swag bag at Victory Lane. All right? Let's go on down here to the front straightaway, shall we? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got like 6 or 7 of these left. All right. Hey, there's nothing preventing you from running all the way to me, I'm saying, turn 4. That's all I'm saying. All right. Let's see. Let's make our way down here towards start-finish. I see somebody with a handful of hamburger. What do you got in your hand? What are you drinking? Have a sticker. Now, so who'd you get? What number did you get? You got the 11. If your driver wins this race, you get to come to Victory Lane and get a swag bag and the photos made and the whole thing. Look at that. Hey, we got a Cheerwine. Look at this. There you go. All right. I got a handful of them left. Who over here on the front stretch can bring me a Cheerwine? Who's got a cheer? Bring it to me. Anybody got a Cheerwine? There we go. Who'd you get? So if there are 19 wins, that's going to be your ticket to Victory Lane. Who else has got a Cheerwine? Ah, we got an ice cold one in a bottle. Look at that. There you go. Oh, she got a good one. She got the 6 car. That's a really good shot. Oh, boy. Got a handful of them left. He's got a Cheerwine. Who'd you get? Oh, I'm near the speaker. Hang on. The 7. Tristan McKee might have a shot. That dadgum speaker. Sorry. It's okay. I got 2 left. Anybody over here got a Cheerwine? Bring me a Cheerwine. There's a couple of good ones left here. There's one. All right. Who else can bring me a Cheerwine? Who else can bring me a Cheerwine? I got 1 more spot to go. Who else can bring me a Cheerwine? Anybody? Bring it to me. Bring it to me. Anybody? All right. Well, here we go. It's our last entrance for the night. There you go. Thank you, sir. Well, folks, keep those stickers. If your driver wins, you get to come to Victory Lane and get a Cheerwine swag bag. Get your photo made, do the whole thing, and I got a bunch of cool Cheerwine stuff to take home. So make sure you stop by somewhere, grab yourself an ice cold Cheerwine, and you know they are served at cookouts. So when you leave here, there's a cookout in every direction. I promise you. You can grab one tonight when you leave as well. We're about to line the field up. We'll give you a starting lineup in just a moment. We'll get back up to the tower and get you guys all sorted out. All right, that's a climb to this tower, I'll tell you folks that much. Let's introduce you quickly to the starting lineup for tonight's Cheerwine 100. We'll go back to front, and you can look at those stickers, those of you who got one, see who you are cheering for. Starting 11th, in the number 61, say hello to Austin Simmons. In the 10th spot, Legend Car graduate, number stays the same. In the number 2, it's Hudson Knight. Yet another youngster making the jump from Legend Cars to Pro Late Models in the 9th spot. Car number 19 is Caden Ballos. Outside, row number 4. In the number 51, Orange County, say hello to Carson Ware. 7th place starter. In the number 11. He's got as many syllables as he'd like to go fast, I promise. It is Andrew Tagliamonte. Starting 6th in the car, number 10. He's got a pretty real shot of this one for sure. Orange County, give it up for Mr. E.J. Tamayo. 5th place starter, and this 77 on the inside of row number 4. This is Johnny K. Starting 4th in the number 5. He too has got a shot to take some fan to victory lane. Tonight it's Brandon Carr. And the top 3 as they lined up from qualifying. In the number 88, everybody give it up for Mr. Max Reeves. 2nd fastest in qualifying in the number 7 in the Chevrolet. You see there on the front straightaway, he's had plenty of success here in the past. Tonight, love of a CPLMS Cheerwine 100 win. It's Tristan McKee. And on the pole, in the number 6, that's a racing development ride. Give it up for Mr. Evan McKnight. And just like that, we are ready to go for the Cheerwine 100. So before we get them going, folks, let me remind you, get a Cheerwine later because we're going to do this all over again for the CCMS feature, the Carolina Crate Mods. So if you don't already have a Cheerwine in your hand, grab one. It might pay off for you a little bit later here tonight. So those of you that have a Cheerwine, stand up, hold it up, because you're our friends right now. We love you, and I'd love a nice cold Cheerwine myself. Let's count them down and get this party started. Orange County, help me out. Cheerwine drinkers, let's go. In 3, 2, 1, drivers, start your engines. So the field is rolling here for the Cheerwine 100, the Carolina Pro Late Model Series. Fantastic racetrack, and I'm sure it's no coincidence that Cheerwine got involved here at a racetrack with lots of Cheerwine to be had. Tell you, I've seen plenty of them walking around, and we're going to give some more Cheerwine stuff away. The other cool stuff we've got for some fan, we have a shirt autographed by all the drivers from the Carolina Pro Late Model Series, the Cheerwine 100. We'll give that away here in a little bit as well. Of course, you can pick up Cheerwine at a number of restaurants. Of course, you see Bojangles over there in the Turn 2 billboard. You can grab one there, and guarantee you can find one at a local cookout. They are somewhere around here. Any direction you go, take your pick. Pick one up. They make a great, great addition to any meal there. I will say so from experience. So the field is ready to rip and ready to rock. And Stephen Dunn joins me up here. Stephen, 100 laps at Orange County in a Pro Late Model. In any race car, it is difficult to make 100 laps work. But tonight, the sun's setting. This racetrack is going to change massively over the course of the next 100 laps.
It is. And one thing that is different than the last time these guys were here is we've actually gone in. We've patched some of the cracks. A lot of the guys love it a little faster. But, yeah, this track, as soon as the sun goes down, this place is going to change drastically.
Be fun to see how that plays out, considering they time trialed in the heat of the day, and I emphasize heat of the day. It has been in the 90s here almost all day long. There was some cloud cover. There was a nice breeze. Now I look up at the sky, and there's virtually no cloud cover unless I look way over there somewhere about the coast of the North Carolina where those few clouds are. Otherwise, it is a pristine evening. Nice pink sky kind of on the horizon. That's always a good thing. Really, really good to see as the CPLMS field gets the heat in the tires. They will get the temperatures up. And one guy to keep an eye on, there's a few of them to keep an eye on in this one, but certainly one of them right now at the front of the field is that 88 car of Max Reeves. He has been on fire most recently at the Cookout Summer Shootout in a Legend car, winning about everything there is to be had. Anytime he climbs into one of those machines, he has been really, really good. But the thing that kind of got overshadowed in the offseason, that kid right there, he has got a development contract with Joe Gibbs Racing. We're going to see him in late models, and we're going to see him in ARCA cars, and I presume we're probably going to see him making his way up through the ranks, everything from the trucks, the Xfinity Series, you name it. And guess what? He gets to race right here at Orange County Speedway tonight. He's going to be one to keep an eye on as we get ready to go. Pace truck makes its way off of turn number 4. Max Reeves and the 6 of Evan McKnight lead the field down to the green flag. The Cheerwine 100 is on.
A really clean start there.
Lap 1 to Max Reeves, Steven, and he now is going to be able to set the pace of this one. A little bit further behind him, however, that's where things are starting to pick up just a wee little bit. Johnny K is there in the 77. The 5 in the middle of that one, that is Brandon Carr. And, of course, you've got the 7 of Tristan McKee that's juking and jiving back there as well.
Yeah, McKee with a ton of laps around this racetrack, and track champion 2 years ago. He's running for for Setzer Racing on the cars, pulling the Pro Late Model. This is his family car here, running 5th right now with a lot of laps to get to the front.
This is a good 3-car battle as they work their way. Only a handful of laps completed in this one. 4 laps down, 96 to go. Tristan McKee, and if memory serves me, Stevens, Tristan ran a late model stock here for a couple of years and did not tie for the track championship, I believe it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, so he tied for the track championship. We were in the wee hours of the morning trying to figure out how to break the tie. And it basically came down to a race that was in early May. Crowned the champion, the youngest champion here at Orange County Speedway in the late model stock. And like I said, man, he's got to be one of the favorites to win here tonight. Very familiar with this 3/8 mile track.
He is very, very familiar with it. Of course, he's got a lot of people paying attention to him, does Tristan McKee. A lot of the scouts that make their way up to the ARCA levels, truck levels, so on and so forth. Really paying attention to this youngster. But he's paying attention to this in front of him right now. In the wall, Johnny K, I believe he caught a piece of it there off turn number 4. That car has slowed now in turns 1 and 2. And Johnny K will come to a stop up in the banking of turn number 2. That will slow us with 8 laps unofficially completed. And man, oh man, that was a moment as he and the 5 of Brandon Carr made contact coming out of turn number 4. It is a miracle it was not any worse than it certainly turned out to be.
Yeah, those guys really diced it up there the first handful of laps here to start this 100-lap feature. And Tristan McKee missed that one because he got down to the bottom and everybody got out unscathed.
That's probably, it's hard to believe. What is Tristan now? 16 years old, 14 years old? I've lost count. He's still way younger than both of us. And he has got the experience of veterans. As we take a look at it here on Pit Road TV, well, that was the end of it there. I'm sure we'll have the rest of it here pop up in just a second. But Kay now able to roll away from the scene of the incident, but you can tell the right front is not as straight as maybe it was. So he'll be headed to the pits in just a moment or two. So Johnny Kay, yeah, you can see, Steven, there is a little bit of concrete dust on those tires. There are some scuffs on the right side of the car, and that's not what he had in mind. And instead of pulling it in, he noses that thing in the trailer, so it looks like he feels the day is done. Here's a replay of it, and car, no contact. Looks like he just got up in the loose stuff, Steven, and when you do that, it's, well, let's hang on for the ride.
Yeah, that front stretch wall will catch you in a heartbeat here at Orange County. Really fast racetrack here, and just up in the marbles, and just ran out of real estate really quick.
Tough break for Johnny Kay, and I mean, that was large, to say the least, as he made his way off turn 4. You hate to see that when you have a lap, or you have the race completed for you only 8 laps into the evening. Not ideal for Johnny Kay, but hey, had himself a solid qualifying run up in the top 5 as far as the fastest times are concerned. And so it's something to build off of. Yeah, you got to make some things, you got to do some changes, and you're going to have to rebuild that thing before the next event. But at the end of the day, there's something to hang your hat on. As we get set to go, the lights are out atop the pace truck and around the Orange County Speedway. Max Reeves has chosen the inside, Evan McKnight on the outside. Let's see how this shakes out here in the first restart of the evening. They make their way through the restart zone. Green flag is in the air. And here we go into turn number 1. And to no surprise, the outside lane is where you may want to be. Oh, Evan McKnight caught a piece of the concrete off turn number 2. He certainly killed his momentum. How bad is that car damaged now as he's got white walls on the tires?
I tell you, Tony, he was like he actually hit the back stretch wall harder than the 77 did here on the front stretch, but able to keep it in and fall right back into second place.
Even further off screen, Caden Ballows had a moment in turn number 1. So everybody having a tough time getting a hold of the Orange County Speedway. We've documented the heat, the humidity here. It is hot, it is slick, and this racetrack, as we said at the outset, undergoing a change as far as the weather is concerned. As it gets cooler, the track is changing. And you may pick up grip, you may lose grip, it may do things you did not expect from earlier in the day, and that could be the case now. As I'm starting to see sparks out the bottom of the Evan McKnight car, whether he just hit a spot in the racetrack or something else is amiss, I'm not sure, but that may be something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Tony. I don't think that Reeves is going to take the inside on the next restart. That high line really is the fast way around this racetrack, and you saw the 6 able to stay basically door-to-door with him on that restart to the gate.
Of course, he stayed door-to-door with him, but at what cost, right? So just how good is the high lane, and how much did Evan McKnight perhaps maybe push it a little too hard? Behind them, though, this is Brandon Carr and the 7 of Tristan McKee. And McKee looking a little bit more racy than he was earlier. Perhaps saw some stuff out the windshield he did not like, and that's why he was just kind of hanging back. But now he is trying to give Brandon Carr everything he possibly can.
And Tony, you mentioned this track is going to change, but another thing here at Orange County, this is an old surface. You're going to have tire wear, so you got to think which some of these guys might be trying to conserve some of that tire. Again, 100-lap race, we're only 15 laps into it, so wonder if some of these guys towards the back are conserving a little bit.
They very well could be as they continue just to log laps here. And, we had a good analogy to that the other day. We were down at a racetrack talking about logging laps. And a lot of race fans I know look at that logging laps as, oh, whatever. It's almost like managing the clock in a football game, right? Nobody sits there and complains that the Cowboys are managing the clock or the Panthers aren't managing the clock. That's a whole different story in its own right. But nobody, it's part of the game, right? And that's part of the game here. You got to log those laps to put yourself in position to be where you want to be when it ultimately matters. Is a little bit further back, there's a battle here. This is about for the 7th position. The 51, that is Carson Ware. He has it. Andrew Tagliamonte wants it right now. And they were nearly side by side just a moment ago, but this is a really good race now. Again, back for 6th and 7th spot on the racetrack, about a third of a lap or so behind leader Max Reeves.
And it looks like everybody's kind of settled in. You've got, the top 4 kind of throw a blanket on them. But, again, I think this is where some of these guys are going to log some laps. We're going to just see what the racetrack's going to change over to. Again, believe there's a competition caution for these pro late models. So just get to that next competition caution.
That always changes the strategy when you know you're going to have possibly some sort of low up in the middle of the program, so it gives you kind of a free test session, if you will, especially if you were further back in the field. As this fight for second continues, and the other McKnight car continues to spit out sparks, Steve, and especially over in turn number 1. I'm not sure if there's a bump that has become more pronounced over the years or if there is something else amiss, but every time he goes right there, right there in the middle of turns 1 and 2, it looks like it's dragging, whether it's a left side frame rail or a piece of suspension or whatever, I'm not sure, but it is about as consistent as sunrise and sunset every time he hits through turns 1 and 2.
As you say that, Tristan McKee dives to the inside, looking to grab third place. A little bit loose there. He'll clear him going down the backstretch.
So McKee gets around Carr. Leader Max Reeves working through a little bit of traffic as well. So Carr back to 4th as they'll work by the slower car. That is the 61 of Austin Simmons, going 1 lap in arrears to the leaders, namely the 7 of Tristan McKee right now.
Yeah, I do see what you're talking about. It looks like he's bottoming out. The 6 car's bottoming out, going right out of there, right there in turn 2, but don't really know that it's affecting the handling of the race car.
Yeah, every single car kind of porpoises over that bump in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Clearly, Brandon and Dennis Setzer have that car a little bit lower than everybody else. And we know what's fast here, right? Any racetrack, it is low, light, and left. And clearly, it's very low on the 6 of Evan McKnight.
Well, Terry, this is your first time back to Orange County in a little bit. What's your thoughts on the place as we've kind of ramped it up here over the last couple of months?
Always love coming to Orange County Speedway. Holy cow, we've got cars here in the front stretch are doing all kinds of crazy things. My, oh my. Things are looking good. I mean, she is shiny. She is spiffed up. We had a nice place to park out front, so that was even better. We like that. But boy, oh boy, things are getting testy further back. That lap traffic is not making it easy for some of these guys.
And Reeves has stretched the lead out. About 10 car lengths as he goes down the back stretch here.
And this is Andrew Tagliamonte, just worked by that Simmons car a moment ago. Everything now good and calm amongst that group. They had themselves a moment or two. Luckily, things have kind of panned out for the time being as the top 3 heading into turn number 3, still led by Max Reeves in the 88. Flashes across start finish and just continuing to kind of pick him up and lay him down as we're 31 laps into this one.
So if it's calm, is this the calm before the storm?
Well, it very well could be. That it's a perfect time for me to pop an ice cold Cheerwine because, nothing says relaxation like Cheerwine. Puts a lot of cheer in everything.
I'm a big fan of the Cheerwine. It goes especially well when you freeze them in the ice cubes, little slush.
Wait. Hold on. What's this?
A bourbon Cheerwine slush.
Okay, enlighten us on your bourbon Cheerwine slush recipe. Kids, hold your ears. Adults, get the pen and paper. Here we go.
Yeah, so I picked this up a couple years ago at the beach, and it is a 21-plus drink, but you take a Cheerwine, put it in ice tray, freeze it, throw those ice cubes in a blender. Your favorite spirit, I'm a bourbon guy, and it's a very, very cool, refreshing, especially on a hot day like today here in Orange County, 93-plus degrees. It would have been perfect right after practice today.
We've got a nice cooler down back here. I think we might need to go get one and do that. I think that sounds like a plan. That or you can get some of the new Cheerwine Ale.
I've had that. Have you had the Cheerwine Ale?
I haven't. I've known people that have, but I haven't, and they've sworn it is the greatest thing ever.
It's not bad. It's tasty.
That's always good.
But I'll take the frozen Cheerwine with a little bit of bourbon.
It hits a little harder, does it? Okay, that's all that matters then. Speaking of hitting harder, Tristan McKee trying to hit the gas pedal a little bit harder right now than the cars in front of him. You see him kind of isolated now. He has fallen back from the 6 of Evan McKnight, but there is traffic ahead of the leader, Steven. Max Reeves is about 10 car lengths or so away from encountering some slower cars, and that may allow McKnight and McKee both to close back up.
Yeah, and you've got 3 cars right here that he's going to probably catch here in the next 5 to 6 laps. Be very interested to see how hard the second place and third place drivers will push it to try to close that gap to Max Reeves.
This is Austin Simmons going a second lap down. Looks like he will give way to the leader, Max Reeves, so not a problem there. As That car slides way up the racetrack as after Reeves goes by. Evan McKnight will be the next one now to take a stab at going around the Austin Simmons car. Over in turns 3 and 4. Again, no problems there. Here, Simmons just trying to get laps, trying to figure this whole thing out, and it looks very easy from up here in the grandstands. But caution is on the speedway. This is looks like there might be some sailboat fuel out there, I believe. That might be what I'm told. So they're going to take a look and see. There goes the cleanup / pace truck, looks like, over in turn number 1. So they'll take a look to see if they can find some of that, some of our friend Jacques somewhere, looks like.
Yeah, and like I said, this is again, we talked about this place will chew up tires. Tire conference, how much have we been saving here? We've got just about 60 laps to go, just under, halfway and whatnot. And be really interested to see, again, the experience of Tristan McKee and what he might be able to do. Again, he's going to restart here third. Interesting to see what's going to happen when we come to the choose.
Yeah, that's going to be fun to watch as the pace truck is out, and just ahead of him is the cleanup truck. So there is debris somewhere on the racetrack. They're going to go take a look at it. And, yep, there I think they found whatever it was. And that looks like it may be close to the racing groove for some of these guys. So they'll take a look and pick some of that stuff up. That's never good to have those things on the racetrack, Steven.
Yeah, you don't want debris. It's hard enough to get around this place without debris and run over something and kind of ruin somebody's night for sure.
Yeah, and there may be a trail of it because he's got his door open and his leg out like he's getting ready to climb out and grab some more of it. So good heads-up move by officials and spotters around the Orange County Speedway to see that debris. Albeit out of the primary racing line, certainly could be a headache. Even here on the front straightaway, a handful of officials picking up different pieces and parts and whatever it happened to be. So clearly somebody out there is shedding things they should not be shedding.
Yeah, and I'm very curious to who it is because it doesn't look like anybody's come down pit road with an issue, but obviously very clearly as we watch the guys on some of the crew, track crew here on the front stretch picking up some small pieces of debris. And
that almost, on our screen, that almost looks like a lead puck is what that almost looks like. And as you see cleanup head over to that's over by the pit entrance. That almost looks like a piece of lead from here. Now, if he picks it up, we'll see just how heavy it is. As he doesn't get hit by his own door. Okay, nope, that's just something else they were picking up. Looks like a small piece of metal, perhaps. But yeah, somebody's shedding parts and pieces, and that's never good.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see. And if anybody's reported, I don't know if anybody's reported having something go south here, but we'll see what happens here.
I just got to report the official word of what that debris is. Somebody's got a really good video to take home if it survived. It's a GoPro.
Okay.
Okay. So
I wonder if we'll see that on somebody's YouTube channel later this weekend.
We might. Add that to the things you didn't think you'd see at a racetrack. I've seen plenty of them fly off. I've never seen them survive and picked up in the middle of the race under a yellow.
Now, what does that do for Pit Road TV since you guys have the rights to this race? I mean, if they
I'm going to ask very nicely that somebody gives me that footage so I can mix it up with something cool. That's how that'll work.
Well, what does a GoPro go for these days?
They're not cheap. They are not cheap. But depending which ones you get, that's anywhere from $250 to $500. So you want to make sure that thing survived. Now, if it did survive, I guarantee you somebody can write the company and go, hey, look at this. Maybe they get an endorsement deal out of it.
Yeah, just hope they don't go on YouTube and actually see the video of it flying off the race car at 95 miles an hour.
That's user error. The user didn't mount it properly. So, funny story. I was telling my crew today about some of the mounts we use for some of our cameras around the facility, namely our Speed Shot. But that particular Speed Shot, speaking of GoPro mounts, it's not a GoPro, but it is using mounts that are military grade, and they have been run over by race cars before, and we still continue to use them. Yeah, they're pretty. They're called Ram mounts. They're pretty doggone sporty. I'll give them props.
Well, I tell you, Tony, I've been, obviously worked with you in the past and just continued to be just impressed with the technology. You guys have really stayed up to par as far as the races that you guys do broadcast, man, with Pit Road TV. You guys do a great job. We're so happy to have you back here at Orange County tonight for the Pro Late Model, and we're excited about having you back here in October as well.
Yeah, we're certainly excited to be here for that one, and it's going to be here before you know it. This one crept up on us for sure.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, we do have our third annual Career Tank Lines Orange Blossom Shootout, October the 26th, and the Carolina Pro Late Models will be part of that action here at Orange County Speedway. Pit Road TV will be our broadcasting partner for that event. And again, man, we're excited about having the Carolina Pros and the Crate Modifieds as part of our big weekend to close out 2024.
I love coming here for any event, Steven, especially you have a big event like that. It feels that much bigger. Anyway, I've got one of my guys actually down in the truck tonight, and he's never been here. He's from New England. So he's used to, the Staffords and the New London Waterfords and stuff like that up there. And walked in here, and he was like, oh, man, this is the place. I can get used to this joint. And I think he's definitely already a fan. And that's always cool when you see people come here. You guys always have a great crowd. You have an enthusiastic crowd. Love coming here. And most importantly, the racing product is spot on. I don't think I've ever seen a bad race at Orange County.
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in that, and we've struggled with car count just like everybody has here in this region, but we put on some of the best racing. Our late model stock cars put on the best racing that you'll see any Saturday night when you go to local short track. And want to thank all the people that are here tonight. Again, really hot day, and we still have a great crowd for tonight's event.
Yeah, traditionally this crowd arrives right about showtime, and tonight it probably paid off because it was a little bit cooler come that time. Speaking of showtime, we're off and rolling yet again. Green flag is out, and as we suspected, Max Reeves to the outside. Watch out. Tristan McKee saw a hole, thought about it, then thought better of it, and that may cost him the third spot as Brandon Carr up underneath of Evan McKnight will contact in turns 3 and 4. These kids are getting after it, and there's no holds bar at this point because you never know what can happen unless somebody has another GoPro can fly off their car. This may be the run to the checker.
That's right. And look, give Tristan McKee a lot of credit. A veteran move. He did back out, didn't push the issue. He could have wadded up 3 or 4 race cars if he tried to hold that bottom line on that restart. Falls back to 4th here, but don't count that kid out, man. He's got a ton of laps around here and plenty of time to get to the front.
That he does. And again, that's that veteran experience. You call any other teenager at a late model of any sort around here, they may have made a different move than did Tristan McKee, possibly saved some race cars. As we look a little further back, this right now one of the tighter battles on track, the 51. Again, that is Carson Ware. Behind him, the 11 of Andrew Tagliamonte. And as soon as we put a camera on him, they start to calm it down. And just ahead of them, however, it is the 7 of Tristan McKee and still the 5 of Brandon Carr, continuing to duke it out. And Carr really getting aggressive on that lane to try to cut off Tristan McKee, and probably not the best verbiage, but ultimately he is taking his racing line away.
Yeah, he really is, and McKee's going to get under him going down the backstretch here. A couple of good corners here. The 7 should clear it.
Well, he's trying. Brandon Carr is not giving him a whole lot of room. He's giving him just enough room to make the corner, but not enough room to make the pass. McKee is able to get the car to rotate in the middle of turns 1 and 2 on the accelerator, but just right here he pulls even in turns 3 and 4. Now Tristan McKee is able to get the bite off the exit of turn 4. New third place runner here on lap number 47. Move Tristan McKee now into position number 3.
Back into third place. Now able to run his line, see if he can't run down the 2 leaders here and see if he can make something happen here. 53 laps to go.
It's going to be fun to see what Tristan McKee can do while all that's happening. Look at this. Evan McKnight has reeled in Max Reeves. It was a pretty sizable gap earlier. Now it's down to just a couple of car lengths. Does Evan McKnight, and even after that contact on the restart a few laps ago, does he have something for Max Reeves, or is Max Reeves just kind of hanging out and saying, I'm sipping on an ice cold Cheerwine, going to just go as fast as I need to go right now?
Well, he takes the cross flags halfway home and 5 car lengths to run him down.
Oh, watch out. Turn number 2. We have got one around. That is Carson Ware. And that will slow us here on lap number 50, right at the halfway point. So Carson Ware was racing back there with Tagliamonte and others, so perhaps something going amiss there, but either way, he goes around in turn number 2. Was running back in position number 6 was Carson Ware.
And I take it, Tony, you look back at the late model race that we had, first 40-lap race that we had here earlier this evening, and that turn 2 was a little bit treacherous. Had a couple of guys spin coming off of 2 in the late model race as well. Halfway home here, Tony. What's your thoughts here?
There's 50 really good laps of racing to go. Those are my thoughts right now. I'm starting to wonder how good Evan McKnight really is. You don't see a Setzer Racing Development driver do what he just did unless they're trying to test something. Generally, the MO that Brandon teaches his drivers, and Dennis as well, is just kind of lay low, get to where you need to be, and then pounce. Occasionally, you see what you just saw, and that was Evan McKnight perhaps testing the waters to see what he needed and how much he could get on Max Reeves. But that's the high-speed chess match here. How much is Max Reeves actually showing? Is he showing a 60%, 70%, 120%? We don't know, and that's what makes this so fun to watch the chess match as Carson Ware has rejoined the field. Looks like he will be the final car on the lead lap. He's scoring back in the number 9 position. Or check that, the number 8 position. One car officially out of this race. That is the 77 of Johnny K after his lap 8 skirmish that put him in the turn 4 wall and ended his night prematurely.
And then you go back to the Setzer team, Setzer Racing Development, and I'm sure Brandon's right there on the radio spotting for him. And this is typical what Brandon Setzer would do as well. And Tony, we've seen Brandon Setzer run the super late models, and he was also one of those guys. He would kind of bide his time, wait, be there at the end, and here we are, 50 laps to go. Now we're going to see what that 6 car has.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit more about what he has. As Carson Ware is on pit lane. Looked like they may have reached in and made an adjustment on that 51 car. No major damage of any sort, including the water bottle being exchanged out the driver's side window, so that's a good thing.
I didn't see them change out a GoPro on the 51, so maybe the 51 did not have the GoPro go out of the car.
Well, or at least not that one. That's like the great mystery tonight. Which GoPro just shattered everywhere and left plastic was debris? You know, and I'm sure there's a lot of people at home right now, and even the grandstands are going to laugh and say, it's a GoPro camera. Why'd you throw a yellow? Have you seen how hard that plastic is? Imagine running over that in a thin race tire that doesn't have a steel belt or anything in it. That can puncture a tire, and that can send a car into the wall. So as humorous as that is, it is a safety hazard. So props to everybody here for A, seeing it, and B, being able to get as many of the pieces up as they possibly could. It's a new one on me, but hey, you stay around this business long enough, you'll see cautions for all kinds of things.
Well, Max Reeves is taking the outside here as we get ready to come to the green for a restart. 50 laps to go here in the 100-lap feature, the Cheerwine 100.
Pace truck is off. They hustle around him through the restart zone. Green flag is out. Problems for Brandon Carr. He may have missed a shift on that one, and Evan McKnight is all over the 88 of Max Reeves. Here comes Tristan McKee. McKee trying to make the bottom work. This may be his opportunity to move up a spot.
Great restart by McKee. He timed it just perfect. And a couple good corners here, and he might be right in second place, right where he wants to be in pounce.
I'll tell you one thing. Max Reeves loves looking in the mirror and seeing this. Why? The more they race side by side, the easier it is for him to pull away here in the Cheerwine 100. McKee unable to get around Evan McKnight. In fact, McKnight clears him on the exit of turn number 2. McKee's not done yet, though. He is going to try to find a way up alongside the 6 car one more time, I promise you, and maybe try to steal that runner-up spot.
I tell you, Tony, if I'm McKee, maybe we ride here, see if we can't run down Max Reeves in the 88, make it a 3-car race for the win here with about 25 laps to go.
Yeah, you have to time this out for sure. We're down to 46 laps to go now as they cross the stripe. Reeves continuing to set the pace. This is a solid 3-car battle up front. Another battle. Well, as soon as we say that, McKee dips to the inside, gets that run down the hill off turn number 2. It's a lane we've seen a lot of regulars here use to try to get a little bit of momentum to get alongside someone. He does just that. But to Evan McKnight's credit, he is not giving Tristan McKee a lot of space in the bottom, making Tristan go the flatter way around through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, and a little contact right there as they come out of 3. And again, Tony, with the new patches of asphalt that we put in here at Orange County, it's made that top line a lot racier, a lot faster to get around, making it a lot harder to pass on the inside.
One of the things we all love about Orange County is you have options. Patches, no patches, old asphalt, new asphalt one of these days. I've seen people pass using the concrete wall here in turns 3 and 4, a Ross Chastain style. So anything is possible, but McKee would love nothing more than to not burn up his tires. Remember, these are one set and you're done. You can't burn them up as we watch the battle for 4th behind them. This is EJ Tamayo in the number 10 car. We talked about Brandon Carr missing a shift, presumably, on the restart. That car slowed drastically, kind of bobbled. Everybody got by. He now has recovered the 5th position, but EJ Tamayo is making that car very, very wide in an attempt to try to hold on to position number 4.
Again, and that's a race for position here as he looks to dive into turn 3. Leaders are pretty spread out up front, so this is definitely the battle on the racetrack right now.
Certainly is. Tamayo able to make the bottom lane work for now. Carr just not able to get the momentum on the outside of the racetrack. He's able to get a little bit that time off turn 2. Close up now about 2-3 feet, but not enough as we've got one in the fence over in turn 4. That was Caden Ballows that just brushed the concrete. That's a, third or fourth car that has brushed the outside wall and kept digging. There's a battle on screen as well for position number 6 at the moment. That was Tagliamonte and Carson Ware. Ware gets the position, so he now trying to claw his way back forward, and just as soon as they settle it out, things for the 4th spot ahead of them tighten up. It's like we're in the second half of the race right now, Steve, and everybody said it is go time.
Yeah, business is picking up all the way around the racetrack. Battles for position everywhere you look.
Including this up front. Reeves the leader, and he has got traffic. That's the white car of Austin Simmons. Simmons goes to the bottom. Remember, Simmons kind of new to this, trying to figure it out. Nothing like the pressure of the leaders bearing down on you. He gives them the outside lane. Not going to be a problem, so no issues there for the 61 of Austin Simmons. Sometimes when you learn everything, you just want to let those guys go and don't mess up their race, because one of these days you might be in their position. So Simmons, props to him for being able to give them plenty of driving and racing room. And Max Reeves has lost a wee little bit of real estate to Evan McKnight. Maybe a car length or so, but things are starting to shape up as we're inside 35 laps to go. And that rubber band, the ratchet, continues to click as things are tightening up front.
Yeah, and you're interested to see what Brandon Setzer may be saying on the radio to McKnight to get him up on the wheel, to get up there and challenge for this win here at Orange County Speedway. And Tristan McKee just sitting back there, biding his time.
And McKnight's almost there. It's now down to about a car length and a half as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. Starting to think that maybe he's pushing the button, that maybe Brandon Setzer has said, you need to get up there, because this is a track position game at a racetrack like Orange County. Even though you have options like we talked about, it still pays to be the man in charge, the guy in front of the field. Oh, problems, turn number 2. Austin Simmons goes around, and that will slow us with 69 laps complete.
And man, McKnight
nice
had
time for a Cheerwine, I would say. Yeah.
And McKnight had a run on Reeves coming out of 4 as the caution flag flew. So now we'll have to re-rack him again. And again, business is picking up. 31 laps to go. And this is going to be pretty exciting. 31 laps, Tony.
So we saw it happen, and really what happened there was when you look at Brandon Carr and EJ Tamayo. To Tamayo's credit, he was trying to use Simmons as a pick. And Brandon Carr said, I'm having none of that. And 3 cars cannot occupy the space of 2.5. It just doesn't work out that way. And that's what happened over in turn number 2.
Yeah, and the thing, too, Tony, here, again, we've talked about this earlier. Tires is a big deal here. You know, these guys are running hard. They burn up that right rear and gets loose in and spins around. Doesn't take very much here at the world's fastest 3/8.
No, it doesn't. Then you add, you got a driver like Austin Simmons is trying to learn this level of racing and figure things out in these pro late models. And again, it looks really easy from where we're standing to go out there and just, when you turn the car left and you get out of their way, it's not that easy. He's in a spot he feels he's almost out of control, and you crank the wheel, one of 2 things happens. You either spin out like you saw, or you slide the nose and slide up into those guys. So, he's trying to do everything he can to not crash those guys, and sometimes that's what you learn, what you can and can't do, and where you do and don't have to be on the racetrack. Is on the racetrack, the pace car does not want to be there because the green flag is out. We're off and racing. Leader Max Reeves gets the break in turn number 1, but Evan McKnight underneath of him. Clear, says the spotter. McKnight now has Tristan McKee to deal with in turn number 3.
Great restart by Tristan McKee in the 7 car. He's now side by side with Evan McKnight. They'll battle for second going into turn 1.
McKnight trying to use the outside of the racetrack, and he does to clear Tristan McKee for position number 2. Not a lot of time wasted, as Max Reeves would have loved to have seen that. 29 circuits remaining for Max Reeves. And now he's got Evan McKnight all over the back bumper. It's less than a car length off turn number 2. The pressures and the tips starting to come up again. McKnight is there looking to the inside off turn number 4. I think that 6 car may have something for the 88.
Yeah, with just 29 laps to go. Now you're going to show your cards. You're going to show what you got, and we're going to have a really good race here to the finish.
A high-speed chess match. Who will be the one that ends up putting themselves in checkmate, and who will put themselves in jeopardy, and who will have all the pawns out of the way? I'm done with the chess references for now because I'm not that great of a player. All I know is when you're in checkmate, you lose, and when you're the guy putting him in checkmate, you win. And that's what Max Reeves hopes he can do, but it's going to be very, very difficult with 2 of the best right behind him. In fact, 3 of the best right here at the front of the field. Max Reeves, Evan McKnight, Tristan McKee near contact at turn number 3. McKnight is there, pulls up to the left rear tire, cannot get the run, but Reeves cannot clear him in turn 1 either.
This is going to be a dicey, and here comes the 7 of McKee to mix it up. 3 cars running for the lead here going into 3.
McKnight better be careful because Tristan McKee is about to fill the hole on the outside of the racetrack. He's not going to have a lot of options if he keeps this up. In fact, that time McKee thought about it but couldn't get the job done. Somehow they file back single file briefly, but now McKee has the run to the bottom of the racetrack. Oh boy, Max Reeves thought 1 car was bad. He's got 2 now. It's a triple-decker sandwich here as they work their way into turn number 1.
Yeah, great racing at the front of this field. 23 laps to make it happen here, Tony.
It's not a lot of time. It's about 8 miles, a little shy of 8 miles here at the 3/8 mile. Orange County Speedway as they are leaning on one another. Contact in turn 1. McKee throws a hip check to the 6 of Evan McKnight. I don't think McKnight appreciated that one, but all the officials say everything is good. And now McKee says, I've got no time to waste. I'm going to try to go deal with Max Reeves up front. And while that picks up, this is the fight behind him. This is for position number 4. Carson Ware and the 10 of E.J. Tamayo side by side.
If Evan McKnight gets back to that 7 car, he's probably going to let Tristan McKee know how he felt about that move. But Evan McKnight, what a save going into turn 1.
Yeah, that was one heck of a save, no doubt, for both drivers, McKee and McKnight. But the only thing we don't have is, well, yeah, we need a Max McReeves up there at this point. That's about where we're at. But Reeves is going to have his hands full as Ware will clear E.J. Tamayo into turn number 1. These guys continuing to go at it. But up front, that's where all eyes are. The 88 of Max Reeves trying to fend off Tristan McKee. Lap after lap, they're within just a couple of thousandths of one another.
And I was wondering if maybe the contact might have upset the handling of either one of the cars, but looks like both of them are back up to speed, and they're going to give Reeves all he can handle here in the last 18 laps.
Yeah, a lap ago, McKee was faster by a little bit. This time by, well, Max Reeves, he's not as fast because here goes McKee to the inside of turn number 2. And Reeves now has got a left side door full of that number 7 Chevrolet. The crowd on their feet here at Orange County as McKee looking for the race lead.
He dives to the inside again. A lot of laps around this racetrack, only for be 14 years old, a track champion as he goes for the lead here against Max Reeves.
Off turn 4 at the stripe, a dead heat. Reeves had it, albeit by just a couple thousandths of a second. McKee gets the run now off turn number 2. His car has forward drive, cannot clear Reeves, however, but he'll pull the slide job anyway. New leader, lap number 86. Tristan McKee to the point, and here comes Evan McKnight. He wants the runner-up position.
And I don't think Evan's done yet. I think if he clears the 88, you're going to have a battle to the end between McKnight and McKee here as we get to 13 laps to go, and McKee's able to clear him going into 1, Tony.
McKee is clear. McKnight is clear. Now Max Reeves has to try something from a position of offense instead of a position of defense. And that's the downside, Steven. When you are out front in one of these races, you're the control car, which means one of 2 things. You're either keeping them at your pace or you don't know necessarily what they're holding back. Both may have been true in the case of Max Reeves. We talked about it mid-stages. How much was Evan McKnight testing the 88? Well, we may have found out that Tristan McKee held all the cards in that poker match. He is continuing to slowly pull away with 10.5 laps to go.
Again, with McKee and the 6 car, knowing that tire conservation is so important here at Orange County, how much did they save in those first 20, 30, 40 laps so that they would have a little bit more rubber here as we get into 10 laps to go?
It's funny to listen to them from the tower here. You can hear on lap 1 how far they drive in the turn number 1. Now they're backing off nearly just past the flag stand because the tires have worn out like they have on these pro late models. Tell you, Hoosier makes a great tire, but the idea is for it to wear out and produce racing like this. It has done a great job of doing just that, and it's not over yet because Evan McKnight is all over Tristan McKee off turn number 4. 8 laps to go. Can Tristan McKee now hold on over Evan McKnight?
I don't think the 6 is done yet here, Tony.
I don't think he's done either. Trying to see what the 6 car can do last time by. In fact, he was slightly slower than Tristan McKee, but you can tell Evan McKnight's trying things. What he was doing wasn't working, and he was in second. Now he's trying something different, a little higher, a little lower, a little bigger arc, a little straighter into the corner. Something different every single time for Evan McKnight.
Well, McKnight's got one of the best in his ear, and Brandon Setzer on the spotter stand. And again, as we come to 5 laps to go here, is McKnight thinking about how McKee moved him to go into second? Is he willing to do the same thing to take a checkered flag here at Orange County?
You know that's on Tristan McKee's mind. He said, I roughed him up. He better not get back to me or I know what's coming. And that may be a motivation for Tristan McKee. He now has picked it up, in fact, running some of his fastest laps of the race last time. He was nearly a 10th faster than Evan McKnight that time by. And with only 4 laps to go, McKnight has got to dig very deep or McKee has got to make a mistake. It's not over yet, but it's starting to look like lucky number 7 may be the one tonight.
Yeah, he's really stretched out here the last couple laps. 3 laps to go, about 5 car lengths as they head down the backstretch here at Orange County.
5 car lengths and expanding for Tristan McKee as he works off turn number 4. Popsicle sticks are in the air. 2 laps to go for Tristan McKee. He has got now 6 more corners to navigate, Steven. And Evan McKnight, despite all his best efforts, looks like he's not going to be able to get something done.
Definitely be a huge win for Tristan McKee as he takes the white flag. One more circuit around America's fastest 3/8 for the driver of the number 7.
McKee eases into the throttle, down the backstretch wide open. He'll crack it again, maybe lay on the brake pedal to set the nose, and off turn number 4. Checkers are in the air. The Cheerwine 100 goes to Tristan McKee. McKee victorious in Carolina Pro Late Model Competition over Evan McKnight, Max Reeves, the 51 of Carson Ware, and E.J. Tamayo, the top 5. We'll head trackside in just a moment and chat with Tristan McKee. Unmute my microphone. There you go. You got it. Tristan down here in victory lane. Now, who had the number 7 sticker? Who had the number 7 sticker? If you had the 7 sticker, security, if they have that number 7 Cheerwine sticker, send them down here. We've got a swag bag full of Cheerwine stuff for them. And Tristan McKee, here he is, out of the car. The crowd clearly excited. Tristan, come over here for a second. I'm going to give you this. There's somebody with your sticker that you get to give that to them because we gave them out before the race, and somebody was up there cheering for you. But let's walk through that race. It looked pretty simple early, and then over here in turns 3 and 4, you and Evan McKnight, what happened from where you sat?
I don't know. I mean, we were just having hard racing. My car was a little loose, so it was kind of hard to get underneath people and kind of keep them there. I would get a little free entry and free exit, but it kind of got pretty good at the end, and we were just able to fight off the lead and pass Max and all our competitors, and we raced pretty clean. I feel like we had a little bit of rubbing, but I just want to thank all my guys, you know, Petey, Tim, my dad, my mom, Josh Weiss, Scott Speed, Lauren Lanier, Chevy, and that's pretty much it.
How much, or when did you know how much you had for Max Reeves? What was that chess match like, trying to gauge not only him, but the 6-car McKee when all three of you were racing there through most of the event?
Well, I knew when we had that last caution and we were kind of staying equal with, I was kind of racing Evan and we stayed equal with Max, so I felt like we had a pretty good chance, and me and Evan kind of got together there. It wasn't much I could do about that, and then I felt like I was better than Max, and I just kind of turned under him. My car was turning really good, so I just got to thank all my guys.
What's it mean for you to accomplish this Cheerwine 100 right here in front of a lot of people that like to see you at places like this in Victory Lane?
Yeah, one of my crew guys poured some Mountain Dew on me. I wish it would have been Cheerwine, but that was pretty funny.
Well, it probably smells a little bit better, I'll give you that much. So where I want to know, who has the number 7 Cheerwine sticker? Right over here, Tristan. Oh, he's got to pull the roof. Come right over here. What is your name, sir?
Nolan Morton.
Well, Nolan, he has got a swag bag right there. That's the one for him. You can give that to him. So the presentation of the Cheerwine swag. I have one for you. See, you can give them away first and you get stuff. So you, Nolan, get to join the Victory Lane photos, all the cool stuff down here as well. Congratulations to Tristan McKee. We'll make our way over here to Evan McKnight. And Evan is over here on the pit wall. It looked like you might have had something for Max Reeves, and then things changed. What was it like behind the wheel, and how did it unfold from where you sat?
Oh, yeah, it was just a really good race. There's some incredible battles I had with both the 88 and the 7. Congrats to Tristan McKee. He's one hell of a racer. He did a really good job out there. Some really good racing, some real beating and banging short track action. That's what all the fans love to see, right? That's what I'm talking about. I just want to thank Sets Racing Development. They gave me an incredible car today. Kane Brown family, the Rhino Entertainment Group, and Beehive Productions. They're just big supports in what I love to do.
When you both got by Max Reeves, we saw you had something for Tristan, then maybe not. Were you trying things behind the wheel, or was that everything you had?
That was just everything I got. We were trying everything just to try to get into him. I had the speed, but I'm very new to this, so I'm just glad to be up here fighting for it. Just love what I do.
A solid second place run for Evan McKnight. He shows up here in the front straightaway, just 15 years old is the driver of Evan McKnight. And Max Reeves, you know, I was hoping to be sharing like a Cheerwine slushie or something with you in Victory Lane, but we're not. So that's unfortunate. What was the difference in this 88 car, and what could you have done differently maybe early in that race to change the result?
It was really good, but I don't think there's much. I couldn't have done much just because it's so hot out, and all race cars are going to fall off. It just depends how hard.
So when you say all race cars fall off, it's so hot. Explain to us, what is that like behind the wheel? What's the experience that you're feeling? What does it translate to? Maybe these fans could liken it to so they give an idea of what you're dealing with.
It's really hard to explain, but take one of these race cars. They drive really good around this track, and we set them up all day to drive good. And they fall off in a way that you have to put too much wheel into it and just loose off the corner. Y'all can see that. It's just rough. It's fun, though.
A little bit easier to look at than it is to do. You had fun, so it's most important. Good news is we'll see you more CPLMS races coming up, I'm sure, correct?
Yeah, all of them, hopefully.
Well, that's Max Reeves in the 88. Not quite to Cheerwine Victory Lane tonight, but he is probably going to go find a cookout somewhere and grab himself a Cheerwine. So that is how it rolls down here. Now, the next question is this. We've got more free stuff we've got to give away. Orange County, who likes free stuff? I saw like 6 of you. You're pathetic. Let's try this again. Who here likes free stuff? Okay. Who here still has a Cheerwine on them? Okay, I heard 3 of you. That's a problem. It means you either finished your Cheerwine and need another one, or you need to get your first. Just like we did earlier, we're going to give away stickers for every driver in the Carolina Crate Mod race. And if you have the winning sticker, you can come down here to Victory Lane as well. And we got some other cool Cheerwine swag to give away as well. So again, who likes free stuff? Grab a Cheerwine. That's how you get eligible for the free stuff. So make sure you grab one. I'm going to throw this back over to
Dennis and Rob and everybody here at the Orange County Speedway. We'll be back in just a little bit for the Carolina Crate Modified Series race, part of the Cheerwine Summer Shakeup, the Cheerwine 100 here at the All-Tech Night at the Races at the Orange County Speedway.
Race fans are here tonight. That was a great show that we just saw from the Carolina Pro late models. Is they put on a great race. Max Reeves seemed to be the strongest car for a long time, but it seemed like the second half of the race, either he got slower or the other cars got faster. But anyway, we see Tristan McKee in a familiar place here at Orange County Speedway as being the winner. And remember, Tristan McKee won the championship here in our late model division several years ago. Again, to all the race fans here tonight, we appreciate you being here for the All-Tech Night at the Races. Hope you enjoyed all the races so far. And I just want to remind you that our next race will be July the 20th. I had a fan to come up to me a while ago and said I was telling the wrong date. I couldn't believe I did that, but I did. And so the next race will be July the 20th. And we hope that you'll be back with us for another great night of racing action here at Orange County Speedway. Hope that you notice up at all our banners we have here, Bolt Doctors, electrical and service repair. You can go to boltdoctors.com. They have a 24-hour repair service. So if you have problems with your electricity, remember Bolt Doctors. Also, you got SPC Mechanical as a sponsor here at Orange County Speedway. Bush Light, Race for the Mountains. Folsom Fence, you need a fence, remember Folsom Fence. Pillier, they do a lot of things. Pillier Tank Lines, Donnie Pillier and Gang. Thrifty Tire. GSX Wraps. Appreciate all that Stephen Dunn and his fine staff does here at Orange County Speedway. And, of course, they sponsored the Candy Drop, and I believe all the kids enjoyed that. So if you're interested in being a sponsor for the Candy Drop, just let me know, and we'll see if we can't get you on the schedule because we want to do a Candy Drop for the rest of the year if possible. So if you want to be a sponsor, just let me know for the Candy Drop. Anyway, GSX Wraps, appreciate them being a sponsor here at Orange County Speedway. Mincy Graphics, another longtime sponsor here at Orange County Speedway. Appreciate all that they do. Then you got Palace Point. They say that's one of the great secrets of Person County. If you've never been to Palace Point, you ought to go sometime. They got a little bit of everything going on at Palace Point. You want to see a movie? They always got some of the top movies being shown. You want to bowl? You can bowl there. You want to shoot pool? Do anything you want to do at Palace Point. Great place to go with family, friends, and just check them out. Palace Point, right on 501, unless you're going into Roxborough. Dickerson Fencing. You need a fence. Remember, Dickerson Fencing, been a long-time sponsor here at Orange County Speedway. You got junk. Remember the Junk Doctors. You got a mess you want to be thrown away or hold off? Remember the Junk Doctors. You got a tree needs cut down, need a tree to be pruned up. Remember Hills Tree Service. Longtime sponsor here at Orange County Speedway. Tell him thank you as they're cutting down your tree. RV Warehouse, another sponsor here at Orange County Speedway. We appreciate them as well. And, of course, you got the Bojangles. Bojangles been a sponsor here with us for several years. Anytime is a Bojangle night. Make it a Bojangles night. Get some of that chicken biscuits. You know, they're great. And, of course, Racing Electronics is our sponsor of Victory Lane. Okay, I got to get back inside and get on the radio. And we hope that you will support our sponsors, including Rougemont Storage, also Choice Automotive. The Country Kitchen is another sponsor here at Orange County Speedway. You go to those businesses, make sure you tell them thank you for being a sponsor here at Orange County Speedway. We're about to go to racing now with the Mod 4s, and it looks like the 06 car. Brandon Watson is going to be at the point of this race is Brandon Watson in 06. Brandon had a real bad wreck earlier this year, and we're fixing to go racing here at Orange County Speedway. Okay, we fix to go racing here at Orange County Speedway. Look like the 06 car, Brandon Watson, is going to be on the pole, and he's going to be starting here this race. Brandon Watson. Then you got Bubba Perry starting second. Joseph Tiger will be starting third. Chris Pete will be starting the second spot. Then you got Ricky Brown in the 00. Got one car couldn't race tonight, had a wreck in practice, and that is the 15 car, Thomas Penny. Hopefully he'll have that car back together and be back with us on July the 20th.
We got a car number 23 out there. Dennis, that might be a late arrival.
Oh, that's Randy Ayers.
Okay, Randy Ayers. Thank you very much. We'll have a 6-car field for the Mod 4s tonight, and they will go, I think, 20 laps, if I'm not mistaken, their race tonight here. If we have this event, then we'll have the 62-lap Carolina Modified race, Carolina Crate Modified, I think is what that is, and that will be followed by the second 40-lap late model race, and then we'll end up tonight with the I think it's the 25 lappers for the pure stock. So we'll have a lot of race fans